Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about what one conservative institution in the United States can teach another conservative institution in the United States, and how that lesson is probably something that neither institution wants to admit needs to be taught, and why this actually spells good news for everybody else. Okay, so there was a poll conducted of Catholics, and it focused mainly on asking Catholics their position in relationship to the stated position of church leadership. And the results were really surprising. And then the outcome got really interesting. Okay, so the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops told Catholics to pray for the Supreme Court to overturn Roe versus Wade. 68% of Catholics want Roe versus Wade upheld. That's huge. When it comes to receiving communion, 77% of Catholics think that LGBTQ people should be able to receive communion. These are huge departures. 65% believe it's time for openly gay priests. There are a bunch of other things like this, and they all pretty much run right in this range, 66 to 75% in that area. But the part that really matters, and the part that includes the lesson, is that today 68% of Catholics attend services less than once per month, and that 37% say they attend church less than they used to, and that 26% say that they have a worsening opinion of the Catholic Church. So what does this say for other conservative institutions? The current playbook right now is to come up with more and more extreme positions in an attempt to motivate and energize the base. The problem is, what this is telling us is that base is ever shrinking. So this ends up being a self-defeating strategy. Sure, you have a very loud, energized base when it comes to these incredibly socially regressive ideas, but it's tiny. This strategy that the Republican Party is using in an attempt to build buzz, sure, the Republican Party will probably tolerate it for a little while. Normal Republicans, people that are generally just actually conservative, not far right. Anyway, so what this shows is that the longer this goes on, the less likely the majority of people are to be involved with that institution. I'm going to suggest that somebody's relationship to their church might be a little bit stronger than their relationship to a political party. The worsening opinion, the less attendance, it signals less engagement. 68% of people attend church, of Catholics attend church less than once a month. These numbers should be a wake-up call to all conservative institutions. Scapegoating people, it energizes an ever-shrinking minority of people. It's also worth noting that when it comes to stuff like this, although in this poll I didn't see any breakdown of it, the people who generally stay associated with organizations that scapegoat more and more and adopt more and more socially regressive positions tend to be older, in most cases much older, like the kind that are going to age out in a few years. This surge of trying to scapegoat different demographics for the sake of political gain, it might burn itself out through alienating the majority of people and through the bulk of the highly energized, well, just no longer being here. This is a lesson that the Republican Party needs to pay attention to, because what very well might happen is a split within the Republican Party. Because most normal conservatives, they're not going to go and jump to and join the Democratic Party. They'll go somewhere else. Because regardless of their opinion on the socially regressive ideas, most Republicans in the United States believe that Democrats are truly left-wing, and they don't want to be associated with that. If they understood that most Democrats today are like Bush-era Democrats, or Bush-era Republicans, they might have a differing opinion of that, but that's not where we're at. 5 years, this is going to matter. You're going to start to see the same type of thing play out within the Republican Party. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.